Empathize with that. I mean, being fairly new to my business and starting and creating that dream and having a 5-year-old and a 3-year-old, like, it's tough. You make those decisions and, you have to work through it and be okay with it on your end. But I grew up with two parents who were entrepreneurs. And so I, coming from that standpoint and being able to say, what that viewpoint is I watched my parents work their tails off. And I watched them go from nothing to being very successful in their fields. And that was driven into me, And so it's exciting for me though, even I don't, if there's a year where there's no major trip to Disney World, yeah, that's going to be hard on a 6-year-old or a 7-year-old at that point. But you know what? What they will see is we'll go when they're 8. And then 20 years from now, they're going to be like, wow, our parents really did what they could to make it on their own. And there's something tangible there that even though it's hard, like you said, it's hard, but it's good because
I think
it's a
so.
life lesson.
I think that's a really good perspective, Dustin. I think it's right. It's important that you give them time, that you show them you love them. You can never sacrifice that, but you could sacrifice a vacation or something like that. And so I think, and you're right, is if they see you really deciding to do something, not giving up, persisting through hard times, there's value there for sure. Absolutely. You're right. It's really good to kind of talk this through a little bit. Think about it, right? Like, you know, I guess I wasn't so bad after. No, it was hard, but you have to be true to who you are. You have to not compromise on what is important, to you, and you can feel like you're doing the right thing, even though it's hard.
Well, the good news is that we're constantly evolving and hopefully those times you get through them and then you're on to the next one. And the crazy thing about being an entrepreneur and owning your own business or being a CEO in that space is there's always room for the next time. The next time it gets hard. So
Yeah,
I think
I
that
think about that a lot. When we face hard times now, it's easy to worry. It's really easy to worry, and to stress about things. And I often will say, like in my own brain, I'll be like, okay, now look backwards, and everything is worked out. Even through the hard times, we got through it. It's worked out. You look forward and you worry like crazy, but it helps you realize maybe that's kind of irrational. Let's just focus on what we can control, but take some confidence and some comfort in that we've now have a great deal of experience maneuvering through tough times, and we've been able to do it. So
yeah.
it gives you a confidence that's important to have as you face the next big challenge.
Yeah,